What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today I'd like to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows being delayed yet again. This was a game, of course, that was supposed to come out on November the 12th of 2024. It was initially delayed to February the 14th of 25 and now has been delayed once again until March the 20th. Ubisoft put a statement out saying, as a part of the renewed focus on gameplay quality and engaging day one experiences, it has been decided to provide an additional month of development to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, this kind of concerns players because a lot of people know how Ubisoft has been, their reputation over the last several years. So they're putting out a broken game that's really not playable, and it takes a long time for it to, kind of work, and then the hype of the game is kind of gone and people have moved on. Or they put out a game and they don't really support it, much after the game is released, so you still have kind of the same issue. Anything that comes up doesn't really get fixed. So a lot of people are kind of concerned about this. In my opinion, I think it's kind of, odd. I could see if they would have said in November they're delaying it to March the 20th. That's a big time frame to fix things. But, of course, today is January the 13th. You're talking about a game that's going to come out on March the 20th. They don't really have a large time frame there to work on this. Of course, there probably will be a big day one patch, but at the same time, from now until March the 20th, if you're going to have this game ready to go, or, as a development company calls it, once it's ready to be shipped out, that is going gold, I'm assuming they probably really have about a month of time to work on this before, in mid-March, somewhere along the way, they're going to have to start having everything ready for the game to be shipped out. And that's kind of concerning because that would have to be a lot of small fixes. And if it's small fixes, that's fine. But it also, I would have thought if it was a lot of small things, it would just be included in a day one patch. To delay it for another, couple months is kind of concerning, I think, to a lot of the community in general that we're looking forward to this game, or people just, in gaming overall. When you hear a game keeps getting delayed, it's always, oh crap, something's wrong with it. And I think Ubisoft is probably on a pretty tight schedule here, considering all of the other games that are scheduled to come out this year. You have things, of course, like Borderlands 4, the new Ghost of Tsushima game. Of course, you have Fable, maybe GTA. We don't know. Of course, you have a new Death Stranding game. There's a lot of big games coming out this year. This is one of those years where there's a lot of games coming out probably around the same time. And if Ubisoft really wants this game to be something that people enjoy and people play, they better hope in March that the game is playable and enjoyable and doesn't have a lot of issues, because as we all know, people will move on quickly because there's going to be other stuff coming out. This is going to be one of those years. It happens every couple of years where, we kind of get lulls. There's not a lot of big games, maybe one or two in the early spring, maybe one over the summer, maybe one big game comes out in the fall. But it looks like this year we're going to have a lot of big games if everything lines up and all these games can be released this year. We know that there could be delays even in those games I just mentioned and some of the other ones that are going to be released in the future. But overall, I'm kind of curious to see how fast Ubisoft gets this out. If it's going to be something that's rushed because they're afraid there's going to be too many other games out there saturating, kind of everyone's time, so they're afraid it's not going to get purchased as much as it would have maybe last year when it was supposed to come out in November. Or if it's something that they're really going to take their time and work on, and if it still needs work, they may just delay it again. We'll kind of have to wait and see. I just want to make a quick video letting you guys know kind of what's going on. Leave me a comment with your thoughts, and of course, if you'd like to hit the like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.